An award-winning weightlifter who just won a competition earlier this year.
I'm alone and I'm old, but guess what? I'm tough.
What's up, YouTube? This is Brian from Bull Strength coming at you with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how an 82-year-old managed to fight off a 28-year-old and why strength training is important for the elderly. I'm sure a lot of you have come across this story in the news more recently, but apparently there was a break-in. An 82-year-old elderly lady was by herself in her house when a 28-year-old male broke in and attempted to rob her. She responded with violent force and ended up beating the tar out of him.
She says she grabbed a nearby table.
I took that table and I went to working on him, and guess what? The table broke.
The man fell to the floor.
When he's down, I'm jumping on him.
When officers arrived minutes later, it wasn't Murphy who needed medical attention.
He's laying down already because I had really did a number on that man. You got knocked the fuck out, man!
So this begs the question, should elderly people be involved in powerlifting? Is it okay for an 82-year-old or an 85-year-old or a 90-year-old to be still doing heavy bench press, heavy deadlift, and heavy squat? The answer is obviously a yes. Without powerlifting, this lady would very likely have been taken complete advantage of by this home invader. And it was this base of functional strength that she's been building for years that allowed her to fight this man off. There are a lot of reasons why an elderly person should be involved in strength training, and specifically heavy strength training. So first of all, what is strength? Strength is the foundation of physical ability, right? So it enables us to walk, it enables us to carry groceries, it enables us to pick up children, and basically everything else that a young person would take for granted. Now, obviously, when you age, these activities become a lot more difficult. We always hear about elderly people, you know, just from simply walking around the house, having some sort of catastrophic fall and breaking bones. And that's because as we age, our muscle mass decreases, but so does our bone density. And this is why elderly people are very susceptible to osteoporosis and very susceptible to all kinds of fractures. Training heavy compound movements in the lower rep ranges has been proven to dramatically increase bone density, as well as type 2 muscle fiber strength, which is your fast twitch sort of reactive muscle fibers. So for an old person that's susceptible to tripping and breaking their hip, which could be potentially fatal for an elderly person, extra fast twitch muscle fiber is going to go a long way in preventing you from actually falling if you lose your balance. The reason why heavy strength training increases bone density is because, believe it or not, every time you are working in these lower rep ranges, you are creating a bunch of fractures in your bones. So, you know, just like with your muscles, when you train your muscles, you're breaking down muscle tissue so that it can adapt and grow back stronger. This is the exact same thing with bones. When you cause these fractures in your bones, it causes them to grow back and be stronger than before. Not only is it good for bone density, but it's also going to give you healthier joints, faster reflexes because of that extra type 2 muscle fiber, and of course better mobility, which is going to result in less injuries. I know a lot of elderly people think that strength training just sounds inherently dangerous, and it can be if you use improper form. The squat can be bad for your knees, the bench can be bad for your shoulders, the deadlift can be bad for your back, if you are doing these exercises with bad form. So if you're unsure about your form, you definitely want to get some coaching, especially if you're an elderly person. I'm not telling you to go straight to the gym and just start deadlifting. I'm telling you to look into it and maybe hire a trainer that's going to teach you how to do it properly. So overall, it's a lot safer than it sounds doing heavy resistance training. And if it's done properly, it is hands down an extremely low risk, high reward activity that's going to be an essential part of helping you age more gracefully. So if you're still under 70 years old, it's not too late to get started, and I highly recommend that you do. Your body is going to thank you. All right, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe. And don't forget that you can support me through Patreon or Subscribestar, which is also where I do online coaching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.